everyone, by popular demand, welcome to my hair routine video. I planned to do this video this morning because my hair was kind of like good. It was a good hair day. I thought, yes, today is gonna be a good day to do my hair routine. And then I went out. I always go out in the morning just to, get a blast of fresh air and sunlight. The wind was just insane. I mean, it was the kind of wind. I had my hair in a ponytail and I had bobby clips on my sides, and it was just like I was going skiing. And then, of course, it was time to go to yoga, so I went to Pilates, and it was like the sweatiest class. So apologies for my hair not being quite up to par, but either way I wanted to tell you because I've been having the healthiest hair of my life and I'm not doing anything to it. But it is really key to do the few things that I am doing to it, which is all completely heat free, so no heat. In fact, at as least warmth as possible. I barely use hot water. So let's maybe start there. Let's maybe start by trying to make my hair a little bit presentable. So this is what my hair looks like. We have a nice bit of sun here right now, so that's really nice. I have natural blonde hair. I've never colored it. Obviously, that will make a difference in having healthy hair, I suppose. So I've always been quite gentle to my hair in general, but I did used to always style it. I used to get keratin, straightening, because my hair naturally is supposed to be curly. However, you can see right now that this is how it is right now naturally, and I don't even use anything on it. So if your hair is naturally frizzy, it may be because of what you're doing. So this is my hair right now, and I get it cut every 3 months. It grows really well, and I got rid of the fringe, or rather it grew out. And now it looks better if you kind of part it right down the middle. You either have to part it right down the middle and then do a nice kind of parting like that, with these sides kind of flat. See, so that looks quite nice. Or the other way around, you just like go crazy with it. But right now I think I'm gonna leave it quite flat here. So, see, I don't use any products for volume or shine or anything, so that can be a bit frustrating in the sense that sometimes I think, oh, if I was using dry shampoo, then I could have such beautiful hair. And I feel like everybody styles their hair and they have such beautiful hair, and mine is like, for it being completely natural, it looks good, but it could be better, if I used styling products. Okay, that's too much. Thank you. So let's start from the beginning. Very important, no heat. This means as little warm water as possible. So either cold water, it doesn't have to be fully cold. Like here, the coldest water is freezing, it's like 8 degrees. As long as it's cold, like from, I don't know, 20 degrees onwards, fresh water on your hair, cool down the cuticles, cool down the hair. The hair likes to be cool. So cool water, always when you rinse it, but even when you're washing it, I would recommend not to open your cuticles too much because it smooths it out, the cool water. So try to always wash your hair and rinse it with cool water. No heating also when styling. So forget all of your styling products. I haven't used a hairdryer, of course, or any kind of heat, iron, curling, anything. Now I was thinking of possibly go back to using a little bit of a curler on my ends, just to give it some happiness on the ends a little bit, but I haven't done it so far, so I have to recommend what I have done and has worked so far. So no heating, styling tools at all. The only tools that you're gonna use, so I'm telling you all that you're not using. Now I'm gonna tell you what you will be using. So you are going to be using a paddle brush like this one that has all my hair in it. This one is by Denman. As you can see, I've had it for a while and you can't see it anymore. Aveda does a really nice paddle brush in bamboo that I really like. Really beautiful, really pretty. And they actually did a collab with some designer. I don't know if it was Matthew Williamson or one of these. Nice paddle brush. Get yourself a brush that you like using, because it's going to be one of your only tools. Brush, and then for the shower, detangling brush. So this is what I use, you know, when I'm putting on my conditioner. So what I do, which I have spoken about before, we are going to use clips. So I'm gonna wash my hair, I'm gonna use cold water. I use a natural shampoo. I really like Rahua. They're expensive, but it just works really well, and I've gone back to it. It feels like it doesn't build up any product. It cleanses really well. It really doesn't foam that well, so you have to be really careful because it's kind of like a jelly consistency, and it's very easy to put it on your hand and then it's slipping off onto the bathtub and completely wasting it. So what I do is I go very, very little by little, really rub it in my hands, kind of start mixing it with water, start putting it on, and I do it in phases like that. So it's not like regular shampoo where you just go all in. I go little by little and then I don't waste any product. So I use the Voluminous one, Rahua. I've used the classic one as well. For some reason I feel like the Voluminous one is kind of like lighter on my hair, whereas the other one makes it a little bit more heavy. I don't know, maybe my impression. And then I use also the conditioner, just conditioner, also from Rahua. And I'll just read you the ingredients so we have an idea of what this is. So it has a herbal infusion of organic aloe leaf, camellia green tea, organic rosemary, and organic raspberry leaf extract. Those are the first ingredients on the list, which means that's the most stuff that it has. Interesting. So those two work really well for me. And when I put the conditioner on, I just brush it through and that's it. I don't leave it for any amount of time. Then what do we do? So we get out of the shower, we put a towel on, and we try to get the hair to be as dry as possible. So you really want to squeeze out all of the water that you can with that towel. I usually use one of those towels that dry your hair, the microfiber towels. So you brush the hair through, microfiber towel for like 5 minutes. You can do, you know, you can have a tea or journal or anything that, depending what time of the day it is. It's worth saying you can't really do this at night. So you have to do it either in the morning or late afternoon. I usually try to coincide with doing housework or if I'm working at home. So I always wash my hair before having something to do at home because of what I'm gonna tell you next. So you will almost dry your hair, and then I use this product also by Rahua, which is also like super natural. It's a leave-in. I don't even know what it has, but it's basically, it must have some sort of oils mixed with some sort of carrier or something to make it less oily. You use the tiniest amount of this. I'm on my second tub and I've been using this for ages, maybe 5 years. I mean, a long time. And I love it. It's like a really nice bottle. I love Rahua's aesthetic with this cupid. It's just so me. That's really important. So anyway, so you will want to brush your hair and put it into clips. I use about 5 clips. And this is assuming that you have frizzy hair, that you want it to be straight or straight-ish. Straight and smooth, so that it kind of looks like you have styled it, but you haven't. You have just air dried it. And touching your hair is really important, by the way. I'm a big proponent of touching your hair. See? Brings shine, makes it thick. So like always twist and twirl your hair if you have a moment. Anyway, So I'll show you what I do. So with damp hair, remember you have damp hair, but it's almost getting to be dry. So you're going to, and that just speeds up the process. Basically, you can do it with wet hair, but you'll just spend hours. So you just start to brush it to one side. You see that I'm going as far down as I can. And damp hair will stay better than dry hair. And then you start clipping it all around your head. And this in Spain is called Toga. And I know that some black people do it for their hair actually. So if you have black hair, you can totally try it, but you probably already know about this. This is a very well-known method for frizzy hair, curly, super curly hair, because it straightens it so beautifully. And you don't need any heat at all. So you see what I'm doing, I don't know if you see what I'm doing, but I'm just putting it all around my head and I'm putting it tight, so as taut as you can. Often what I do is I'll do this in the morning and I'll do yoga, like I'll be available to receive parcels and stuff. So I'm not shy about this, like everybody knows and sees me with my clips on. Because you have to have the clips on until your hair dries. That's the trick. So you are going to leave these clips on. And when I reach this part where I've already put it one head length around, if you have long hair like I do, then what I will do is I will just bring it to the front. Bring it to the front, and then I part it and I kind of twist it in the best possible way to one way or the other. Now I understand that this needs a lot of commitment and this is not going to work for everybody. Actually, it's probably only going to work for people who work from home. You can also use one of the smaller clips if you want. You know, these ones that they use in photo shoots to keep the hair flat. But to be honest, I don't get any kinks from these clips at all. So I just use these clips because they're stronger. And it takes a bit of practice at first. See, I'm even just using the same clip. So I've only used like, what, 4 or 5 clips? So when I travel, of course, I will always take my clips. So you have done this. There's a bit off here, but doesn't really matter. So this is how you will look for about at least an hour and a half. I'm gonna be honest with you. You have to let this dry. Now, once you see that this is dry, then what you're gonna do is take it all out and you're gonna do the same thing, brushing it to the other side. So the opposite direction. This technique is just so brilliant because what it does is it moves the root of the hair so that it's facing up rather than to any one direction, which gives you so much volume in the whole of your head. It's literally like a blow dry, but like a cold blow dry. I can't believe that more people don't do this. Honestly, who doesn't have 2 hours at home at some point to dry your hair? I mean, you don't even have to be at home. If you want to go out like this, you can. But, you know, most people won't want to do that. I have done that. Like some days, if I have to cycle somewhere, like if I'm having a meeting and it's really far away, and I know I'm gonna be for an hour in a taxi or even cycling, I will have my clips on and just take them off when I arrive. And I take off my clips, and remember, I don't have naturally straight hair at all. Like you've seen me at the beach. Although it has gotten a lot smoother since I stopped using heat. But even if you have just stopped, like the very first time that you do this, you will love it because it just looks really good. and you don't have to worry about it. And what's more, I find that because you dried it naturally with fresh air, this styling stays. Like, I can go out in the rain and get my hair, you know, a little bit humid, like today has been a horribly windy day. This part underneath usually would be so kinky, you wouldn't believe it. Like, it would be just, you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys have that too, like near the roots. It's that horrible area. And yet, look how my hair stayed. So I have to absolutely recommend, and I know this is not going to be for everyone, because also using heat tools, it's a lifestyle. You get used to it, you like doing it, it does provide you with a much more set style. This is a different thing. This is a lot more like a natural vibe. And you know, I don't have to tell you how it looks. You see me on my Instagram and on my videos, and so that's how it looks. I've been doing this for years. Been doing this for years. I became like really into it during the first confinement because I was at home the whole time, so I could really let it dry completely being at home. And also I would go out to the terrace. If you have an outside space and you can have your clips on while being outside and actually getting some fresh air, even better. Like, it will give you so much volume. It's a really good style. So let me just bring it the other way now. And as you can see, my hair doesn't really stay in any one position. It's very easy to, because I have dried it to one way and then the other, you can kind of still take it to one way or the other, and you always have this great volume at the top and everywhere really. So it's kind of like, it's very bouncy. And because you haven't used that many products, you can touch it. You don't have to be very precious about it. You can really kind of live with it and touch it and change positions and use hair ties on it. It never gets any marks on it. It's just fantastic. It's such a revelation for me. Now, another point that I really want to get into. As you know, since June 2021, I have become a swimmer. I have learned to swim properly. So I have gone to classes. I have attempted to have a structure where there was a continuous improvement. So I've been going to the swimming pool 2-3 times a week, and during the summer every day for like months. So swimming pools and salt water we're talking about. Now I have to say, to go to the beach while in Spain and in my swimming pool, I didn't do much and my hair suffered. My hairdresser could visibly see that when I came back from the summer holidays, I was swimming sometimes twice a day because I like swimming in the sunrise, but then of course I want to go to the beach with my family after. It was not good on my hair, but I mean, it has recuperated. It wasn't that bad. You wouldn't have been able to tell any difference. Nobody could tell any difference, just me. And anyway, what I do when I go to the swimming pool in London, which I think is really important in chlorinated water, is I use an oil. So I use pure argan oil. I put a little bit of this all over my hair. I just got this on Amazon. You can find just pure 100% argan oil. And I put it on my hair before I go to the swimming pool. I brush it. Very important that you get any kinks out. So brush your hair before you put it in a bun and then you put your swimming cap on. And honestly, my hair has been fine. I mean, you can see my hair, it's fine. It would probably be even better if I wasn't going swimming a few times a week. But I think it's the best that I can do, given the fact that I do really like my swimming. Now, the last tool that I have to show you. Actually, there's a few, but basically, headgear in silk. Like silk Scrunchies, this is a really thin one. I prefer the ones that are a little bit thicker. You've seen them before. I'll put links down below to my favorite Etsy sellers when it comes to silk wear for your head. And oh my god, silk headband. I even swim with this in the sea. If I'm not getting my hair wet, I'll put this headband, and like anytime where you're drying your hair and you have your clips on and you have to take them out because you have to go down to get a coffee, or for whatever reason, there will always be situations where you're like, okay, I need to either take a break. So sometimes what I'll do is, if I need to be out in public, I will get all of the clips off. I'll put on my silk headband just to keep the roots flat, because the good thing about the headband, the stretchy headband, is it keeps the roots flat right underneath also. So everything that's near the headband will dry flat, which is what we want. So this is perfect, and this is not gonna ruin your hair or your hairstyle. It's gonna keep it shiny. So I will wear the headband, you know, when I have to be in front of anyone, and then I pop back in home and I'll put the clips again. So it's not like, you don't have to be too precious about it. You can put them on, take them off for 10 minutes, put them on again, continue until it's dry, basically. And even if you got in the rain and your hair becomes a little bit frizzy, you can put the clips on, let it dry. You know, it's just, it's a resource that you can use. And I use this to wash my face. I just use this instead of any other headband. I like silk headband. It's really hard to find the scrunchy ones though, the elastic silk ones. I'll try to find some for you, because the seller that made this, she's not doing headbands anymore, which I'm gutted about. Alright, so I think we covered everything. I've been talking for a really long time. This is what I do. You don't have to do it. I have found such a massive improvement for me. I can forget about my hair now. My hair used to be a thing where I had to do my hair, and now it isn't. And also, because I'm using such few things, it's just like, I don't fear traveling or sleeping over at someone's house. You know, these are things that used to be a problem for me, because I would need my iron, my GHD, because my hair would go crazy at the front. Now, even if I don't do the clip thing, my hair is at a level of healthy where it's smooth and it's fine. Like, I go to the beach. At the beach, obviously, I'm not putting all the clips on. It dries fine. Like, it dries in a way that I can be seen. I can be with friends and stuff, and I don't feel self-conscious. It's just like a different hair. So yeah, I have to share these things, because these things might help you. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this now. We've done enough to it. I keep changing it of position throughout the day. I hope you liked the video, found it interesting, and it was so lovely to see you. It's so nice to be in contact with you guys again, and I'll see you soon.